the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and also click the bell button to get notification. Hi friends, welcome to Planners on a Mission channel. If you have not subscribed, then click the red button to subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting videos every week on motivation, exam and study tips and education related. Hi friends, today's video is about how you can score 95% in your English board exam. I have compiled and listed out the main points which must be remembered while writing each section. Friends, if you clearly remember these points and make a note, it will definitely help you while writing your exam. In this video, we will be discussing where you're losing your marks, what are the ways in which you have prepared to answer to each question, and lastly, the most important tips which you have to note so that you can easily pass your English exam with flying colors. We know that English paper is divided into 3 sections. Section A reading, Section B writing and Section C literature. Section A reading, which is of 30 marks. You have passage 1 which carries 12 marks, passage 2 carries 10 marks, passage 3 carries 8 marks. You'll also have note making for 5 marks and summary writing for 3 marks. Important tips to keep in mind while answering Section A. It is one of the easiest sections out of 3 sections of the paper. You should read the comprehensions and passages at least twice for the complete understanding of the entire write-up. The questions framed in the reading section are always in sequence. That is, the answer to question 1 will always be in the sentences before the answer to question 2. Answer the questions as per passage only. In case you're not able to figure out the word meaning, don't panic. Just write whatever you feel is correct. Do not try to use your mind or guess. Don't waste your time in this section. Complete it as fast as possible. Note, to score full marks in this section, practice comprehensions and use your smartness and presence of mind. The answers are in the passage itself. Now let's move on to section B, which is writing, which carries 40 marks. Question 4 carries 4 marks, question 5 carries 6 marks, question 6 and 7 each carries 10 marks. You'll have letter of 120 to 150 words and article 150 to 200 words. Important tips to keep in mind while answering section B. When it comes to the writing skills section, put your creativity to good use. Try to include as many points as you can fit in within the word limit. Take care to adhere to the word limit and specific formats. To score high marks in writing, a student must know the format very well. For letters, just focus on format of it. It should be perfect. Before writing any topic in writing section, first list out which points you are going to write. For article, you should be very specific. First list out which points you are going to cover in an article or speech. Try to describe each point in a brief. Do not explain unnecessary. You can quote statistics or relevant examples from the news. The conclusion part is important to get maximum score. Keep your answers simple and straightforward. No sentence should contain more than 8 or 10 words. Mistakes will be more glaring than your flowery language. More mistakes, more marks will be deducted. In case of lengthy answers, divide the answer into neat 3 or 4 paragraphs. Try to give a caption for each paragraph. That should indicate what is contained in the paragraph. Answers should be neat in a flowing handwriting, legible and good looking. Leave lines between paragraphs in long writing skills. Rich vocabulary, phrases, quotes by famous authors, etc. should be used in the writing section. Be creative and politically correct. Just use simple plain English and never ever go out of context. You can never be sure where your answer sheet will be corrected. Note number 1. Prepare some topics for the essay which are commonly asked, such as current affairs, and also revise previous question papers. Number 2. Practice the note making exercises and summarizing well in advance. Number 3. For writing section, consider your main course book. Most of the topics are related to the units in MCB only. Number 4. Handwriting also plays very important role in fetching good score. Try to leave space after every para and draw lines to make your paper look neat and presentable. Now let's move on to section C, which is literature. It is of 40 marks. You have question 8 and question 9 for 4 marks, where you'll have 4 questions in question 9, and from question 10 to question 11 each carry 6 marks. Important tips to keep in mind while answering section C. In literature too, you can score full marks if all your answers are correct and there is not a single grammatical error in your answers. You should go through the chapters thoroughly. Long answers will require in-depth knowledge of the topic. Understanding the concepts is important rather than mugging up the dictated answers. Stick to the word limits given in the questions. Write precisely here in long answers to the point. Depend completely on the prescribed prose and poetry for the answer. You may refer for some good reference books. Adhere to the word limit. If the question is asked for 100 marks, do not write a word more. Use keywords from the chapters and poems for all answers. While answering questions, a judicious mix of quoting from the book and using your own expressions is a must. If you quote too much, this may give the impression that you have just memorized the book without actually understanding. And if you write completely using your own expressions, it may convey the message that you haven't actually read the text and are just writing randomly. The best balance is quoting from the book and explaining it in your own words. Your answer should be relevant to the question being asked. The examiner is only testing whether you have read the chapter thoroughly and does not want to spend more than a few seconds on the explanation. You just need to know the summary of each and every chapter and just read thoroughly all the poems. Small extracts can come from in between the poems, so read poem thoroughly and learn its poet's name. While writing the literature part, get straight to the point, and if you really don't know the answer up to the point, beat around the bush a little. To note, read the textbook carefully at least 3 times before the final examination. Underline whatever you don't understand and don't shy away from your teachers to clarify your doubts. Do not ignore the back exercises or the questions your teacher gave you to write in your notebooks. It's only when you get your work corrected will you know where you're going wrong. Make flowcharts to remember the sequence of events and character sketches of every figure to understand the story better. Work diligently to make revision easier. Literature is fairly easy provided you take care of the word limits. Prepare for value-based questions. This is where normally marks are cut. That's the end of the video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends. Please do like, share and comment. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.